morning, good afternoon, and good night to every single one of you out there watching this video. Welcome to recent gaming news. We have plenty to talk about. First, Xbox is still a mess, Nintendo is cooking up, and Helldivers 2 is an absolute disaster of release. So let's start. Since the past weekend, Xbox has been under fire. Rumors came out about the brand going multi-platform. First, starting with Hi-Fi Rush on the block, as the first Xbox exclusive to go to Switch and PS5. Later, more noise came out saying either Gears of War or Halo Infinite or many other games. And all of that turned into every first party of Xbox was going multi-platform. It caused a turmoil in the Xbox community. Xbox fans burned, broke, or sold their consoles and games, or at least so they say through Twitter. These reactions got the attention of Xbox executives, Phil Spencer especially. He posted on his Twitter that a new restructuring within Xbox will be announced next week. Now, after some of the dust has settled down, some people are backing out from their original claims. From those, a couple of influencers said maybe they weren't so sure about Xbox going multi-platform. Then, Tom Warren from The Verge commented in Reset Era Forum, "I just want to make it very clear that most folks in Xbox don't know the full details of what Microsoft will discuss next week, so people that are backtracking on certain stuff never really knew either." In truth to what he says, he probably isn't wrong. Only the top heads at Xbox know what the heck is going to happen, so making any assumptions would be just like throwing mud at the wall and see what sticks. Adding to that situation, a new set of rumors have started circulating and puts more layoffs up front. This rumor is about the closure for Toys for Bob, the developing studio behind Spyro, Crash Bandicoot recent games, and Skylanders. According to the rumor, the studio was to be shut down as it was part of the recent Activision layoffs. However, none of that is true. Toys for Bob isn't getting shut down. Instead, the studio is going fully remote. This was confirmed by Jez Corden through Twitter. Instead, is the physical division being shut down, as previously Xbox had started closing down their physical divisions since last month. So Crash and Spyro aren't in danger, and probably the studio is already working on newer games. From my own opinion, nothing should be assumed till next week, though Xbox better give full details to help understand what's their next step. Could it be that Game Pass won't be getting any more Day 1 releases? Or could it be that the price of Game Pass will be going up? Or maybe there is a new console coming out and will focus on cloud gaming? Or maybe, yes, there is some truth to games going multi-platform, but they're gonna be timed exclusives for like a year and a half maybe? I mean, PlayStation has started doing that as well. Why not use other markets if they're already releasing it first on their own platform? I mean, anything can happen, though we gotta remember Xbox will do whatever is best for the company. Whatever gives it more money will be the route. Switch 2 has been the trending talk. Rumors about it coming out this year, or at least at the very least getting an announcement. Developers already have been toying with the dev pack of the new console. At least, that's what was mentioned last year from a developer conference all the way back in September. A prominent leaker, Nate the Hate, who also leaked Xbox last month developer direct, is saying that the Nintendo Direct that supposedly is to happen this month is only a partner direct and not a first-party one. During a podcast called Game & Talk, he said, "I'm going into the first direct of the year with the expectation that it's going to be a partner direct. I don't think Nintendo will host a general direct this February. I think they're going to do third parties instead." It is possible that Nintendo Direct takes a turn for third-party games, since the Nintendo lineup is already set for the first part of 2024, a new Princess Peach game, as well as a remake of Mario vs. Kong. Instead of paying attention to February, Nate the Hate says we should be looking into March. He said in that same podcast, "I am of the belief that March is referring to the reveal timing of the Switch 2. Switch 2 reveal seems as though it's very likely to occur sometime in March, pre-GDC." Including with this possible Switch 2 reveal to happen in March, he also says that it will be a huge change-up, since it will have backward compatibility. Nintendo isn't known to be doing this type of stuff, so they always seem to make changes to the physical media on each generation. On Nate the Hate's own words, the reason I believe that it is the Switch 2, I think it will have backwards compatibility by holding the next general direct to June, May, whenever Nintendo opts to drop one. There is now no risk in showing you current Switch games with Switch 2 games because everything will be playable on the Switch 2. All of these are rumors and speculations, though all of this talk about a new console for Nintendo is definitely bringing the possibility into a different light. Nintendo doesn't follow what other companies do. It didn't release a new console alongside Xbox or PlayStation. Nintendo does its own thing. However, the Switch needs an upgrade, the console is getting behind, and games are suffering from it. So maybe that is the reason that the company itself has already seen, and the newer console will attack those problems soon enough. Lastly, some third-party game news. First, the big one that sadly isn't good news, or at least not for the studio behind Helldivers 2. The game was released yesterday on February 8th, a party multiplayer game for PS5 and PC. While the game looked relatively great before release, I would play it if I had friends to play it with. Unfortunately, the first day hasn't been any good. Reviews on Steam all point towards terrible connection, server issues, crashes, pay-to-win elements in the game, and DRM. Players with good PC systems are experiencing crashes and constant problems to even start the game. The game, which relies heavily on multiplayer, has several connection difficulties. Another thing about the game is the presence of a battle pass. In a game that already costs you money, you need to pay more to get other in-game items. I know, you must be thinking, it is all cosmetic. Well, reports from players say that the battle pass also includes weapons. Weapons! Those aren't just for looks. Though the game is PvE, having to pay an extra $10 to get a gun that could potentially help you, it isn't fun. For this game, it was incredibly important to nail the release. It is a multiplayer. We have already seen what happens to other games like Payday 3 having a horrible release. Instead of being a celebration, it becomes into a nightmare. The game isn't meeting its doom though. The fate will fall in the developers' hands if they can fix those problems quickly and hopefully before the weekend, as it will be the time when a ton of players will want to start playing. Helldivers 2 is out for PS5 and PC. Currently, the game has a review score of mixed on Steam. A new trailer for Knuckles TV series has been released. The live-action TV series is taking place between Sonic 2 and Sonic 3. It will work as a setup for the next movie, but also the series will have a total of 6 episodes and will come out on April 27th of 2024, and it will bring us a lot of stories with Knuckles in it, which is voiced by Idris Elba. Finally, Ubisoft says the next big upcoming Assassin's Creed game will come out till March 2025. The game with codename Red, which takes place on feudal Japan, is the game that everyone has been asking for, and I mean with a good stealth, taking place in the time of ninjas and samurais. Hopefully, it isn't another generic mirage, and the studio takes risks with it. But that's all for this episode. What are your thoughts on this gaming news? Let me know in the comment section. I'm the Honey Badger, now to talk about everything gaming from news to games. If you liked the video, remember to leave a like and share. It really helps. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Keep on gaming.